competitive world, average won't cut it. The Success Launch Point shows you how to stand out, deliver massive value, and rise above the crowd. With on-demand courses, expert coaching, and a community focused on growth, you'll accelerate your career and your paycheck. It's time to level up. Check out modernobserver.com/launchpoint.
A deal for lower drug prices, Nancy Pelosi to retire, another setback for EVs, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. President Donald Trump on Thursday announced deals with pharmaceutical giants Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly that would cut the cost of the lowest doses of their in-demand weight loss drugs, lowering the barrier for new patients to access treatment. Under the plan, Novo Nordisk said the lowest doses of Wegovy will cost $149 for a month's supply for approved patients and will extend across all the company's direct-to-patient offerings. The company also confirmed plans to lower prices on its injectable drugs, including Wegovy and Ozempic, under Medicare Part D, Medicaid, and self-pay channels. Novo Nordisk said it is reviewing its U.S. self-pay pricing and expects to announce updated offers for Wegovy and Ozempic in the coming weeks. For self-pay patients, Lilly said it will offer Zepbound starting at $299 for the lowest dose and up to $449 for higher doses, roughly $50 below current direct-to-patient prices and comparable to prices in Europe through the company's digital pharmacy platform, Lilly Direct. Lilly's new once-daily oral obesity pill that is still awaiting federal approval will also start at $149 for the lowest dose. Medicare beneficiaries will pay no more than $50 per month for both weight loss drugs. Additional drugs will be added to Lilly Direct at 50% to 60% off current list prices. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi will not seek re-election in 2026, marking an end to a decades-long career that made her the first female Speaker of the House. The news comes after a few weeks of speculation that she may not seek a 21st term in the House after California State Senator Scott Wiener launched a primary bid against the longtime Congresswoman in late October. In a roughly 6-minute clip posted to X titled "Thank You, San Francisco," Pelosi praised her constituents and said, "We don't fear the future, we forge it. For decades, I've cherished the privilege of representing our magnificent city in the United States Congress," Pelosi said. The Supreme Court on Thursday ruled President Trump's State Department can prohibit transgender Americans from listing their gender identity on their passports for now. It hands another legal victory for Trump in his efforts to eviscerate what his administration calls gender ideology. The Justice Department brought the emergency appeal after lower courts blocked the passport policy for being rooted in irrational prejudice. Displaying passport holders' sex at birth no more offends equal protection principles than displaying their country of birth. In both cases, the government is merely attesting to a historical fact without subjecting anyone to differential treatment, the majority wrote in its unsigned ruling. A U.S. appeals court on Tuesday cleared the way for Florida to enforce a law restricting real estate and land purchases by Chinese citizens, rejecting claims that it violates federal law and discriminates against Asians. The 2-1 ruling by the Atlanta-based 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals could encourage other states to adopt so-called alien land laws, which were once common but fell out of favor a century ago. Lawmakers in more than 30 states have passed or introduced bills restricting foreign property ownership. China's exports in October declined for the first time in nearly 2 years, Outbound shipments dropped 1.1% in October in U.S. dollar terms from a year earlier, their first contraction since March 2024, when exports shrank by a staggering 7.5%. Exports decline was unexpected as economists had anticipated a 3% growth, according to a Reuters survey, and compared with a 6-month high growth of 8.3% in September. Ford executives are in active discussions about scrapping the electric version of its F-150 pickup, according to people familiar with the matter, which would make the money-losing truck America's first major EV casualty. The Lightning, once described by Ford as its modern Model T for its importance to the company, fell far short of expectations as American truck buyers skipped the electric version of the top-selling truck. Ford has racked up $13 billion in EV losses since 2023. Overall EV sales, already falling short of expectations, are expected to plummet in the absence of government support. And big electric pickups and SUVs are the most vulnerable. The demand is just not there for F-150 Lightning and other full-size trucks, said Adam Kraushar, owner of Lester Glen Auto Group in New Jersey. He sells Ford, GMC, Chevy, and other brands. We don't order a lot of them because we don't sell them. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Exvadio Podcast Network at exvadio.com, the Apple Podcast app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.